Hey friends, I'm Josie and welcome back to my channel. So I know I probably don't need to say it, but I guess because I'm a little bit insecure about it for whatever reason, and I don't want y'all thinking something weird, but these next, probably all the videos for this week will have the same shirt on, same hair and everything like that, because if I'm going to be able to put out videos just for my own personal use and for others, then I have to usually batch film, and that means trying to get as many videos done in one day as possible. Today is Sunday, and then I have to work Monday through Friday. So it's better for me to get the videos done at one time if I'm able to. So that's just that. So I will have the same shirt on all week. I've already filmed 2 videos, filming another one, and then this one will be my 4th one. So it might drag into next week as well, but just know it is a different shirt. But I just wanted to talk to you all about updates on us, what we have decided that we're doing, where we're living, blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So a lot of you, or some of you may not know, just from not seeing or whatever, but I do not live on the homestead anymore. Before we moved into the homestead, we had a house that me and my husband had bought. We were in this home for 2 years. And then whenever we decided to go get the homestead, we decided to rent our house out. We rented it out to my sister-in-law, and she was in here for 2 years, and then we decided to move back. Her lease was up, and she went ahead and moved 2 doors down. So so now we are living in our home that we've had for a while now. It was a new build whenever we first moved in, and we love it here. Only downside, it is 1,400 square foot, but it is 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Technically, it's big enough for us. We haven't had any issues. The kids' rooms are a pretty good size, and things like that. But the kitchen isn't really what I like. Of course, we live in a subdivision, so we're right next to neighbors. I don't really care for that, but also our neighbors aren't terrible, you know, or anything like that. So with that being said, what do we plan on doing? I know I talk about, you know, moving eventually, getting an acre of land or a little bit more, stuff like that. But I think we have been thinking a lot about it, trying to think more logical and try to figure out what is best for us and what we really want to do. So our interest rate on this home is like 3.25, and if you get a home anywhere else right now, your interest rate is at minimum of 7%, and that is a lot. So the size house that we would want would be well out of our budget, and that will make it difficult, or we would just be able to get into a home that is like maybe 200 square foot more than this one, but our price would be like $500,000 for that home, and we don't want to do that. And we got this home for a really good price at the right time, right before COVID and all of that stuff. So that worked out for us, and we've been doing good with that. So we've really been thinking, like, do we really want to move, have to pay a ton more for something that's really not even technically worth it? Or would we just be okay with staying here and then maybe like fixing the home up to our liking where we could make it more functional for us, and also buy things that could make us have a little bit more fun outside of the home, such as a boat. I don't know if y'all have seen, but with my short videos, we've been out on the lake a lot and things like that. And that is because we have recently bought a pontoon boat. It's a party barge, 18-foot boat. It's a 2025. We got it probably a couple of weeks ago by now, and we are really loving it. The kids love it to death, and I think this weekend was the first weekend that we did not take it out because since having it, because it was 4th of July weekend. And as most of you know, on the lake, most people are just drunk. It's busy and it's just not fun because there's so many people, so many crazies out there and things like that. I just didn't want to get into that. but next weekend we will be back. And that brings us joy, being out in the water, taking the kids out to do something fun. They love it, and things like that. So that is one purchase that we did. And so we've decided that we can just go do things, or like purchase the boat, or we're wanting to like put a pool in the backyard, just like an above ground one, but we want to get the yard leveled enough back there so that we can put one out there without it being too leany or anything like that. We want it done correctly because it will be up for a while. So that is our plan. So our plan will be to stay here for much longer, unless like the interest rates go down significantly. We might try to think about getting something else, or something like that. But for now, we are just content with where we are. We are tired of moving all the time, and things like that. We're finally able to like sit and just chill, which I like, and not have to worry about anything else. But a few of the upgrades that we are wanting to do, it's not necessarily an upgrade because we bought this house brand new, but we need to finish painting the house. We need to finish painting the baseboards, and we need a couple of doors replaced. That's just from having renters. Some of the doors are messed up that we need to get replaced. And then I want a new front door. I want a new back door. The back door most definitely needs to be changed out because their dog scratched the door really, really bad, and like the trimming of the door outside and the door itself has a bunch of scrapes and stuff on that. But I am waiting on that until we can figure out what we're doing with our back patio area, because just right now we have like pea gravel, and my dogs will scratch on the door too, and I would hate to get a brand new door and my dog do the same thing, to the extent that it is. So we are going to wait on that, but most definitely want a new front door. Our front shutters, we either are going to take them down or we are going to paint them a different color as well. Next season, I will get my flower bed up front looking better. I know I took y'all along with me to do it, but all I did really was just take some things out. And then next year I want like maybe a rose bush or something like that in there. And then, of course, I need to do some more to my garden, add a couple more beds out there, fill a couple more beds up with soil, but that will be like a fall time thing whenever it cools off a little bit more. And then the kitchen is a big one. Our kitchen is very small. We have very minimum cabinet space. So I want one of our friends to try to come in and see if there's something different that he can do so I can have some more space. And then I'm also thinking about back in the corner by our back door having a couple of more cabinets over there as well for some extra space, because our kitchen is real long and it can fit our big table, but I'm thinking about getting a smaller table and then just adding those cabinets that I most definitely would need more than I would need a bigger table. And then our master bathroom has one sink, and then it's kind of weird, like it has like a little vanity area where you could put like a chair or stool up under, but we don't need that. So we want to do double sinks in there to so we can have our own sink, me and my husband. So that's another thing. And then the kids or guest bathroom, we want to just fix that up a little bit more than what it is. Nothing's wrong with it. We just want to, like, I want a new mirror in there and maybe new fixtures and new lighting in there as well. Some of the toilets we need to replace, not toilets, but like the toilet seats we need to replace. Baseboards, some of them we might need to replace because they're pretty scuffed up. And I think that's really about all that we're wanting to do. I know it sounds like a lot, but I think it's pretty good, especially when you consider, oh, and then the laundry room. For the laundry room, we are wanting to add some cabinets up top just so we can hide like our cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, things like that, instead of it just being opened, and things like that. So that would be useful for us. And then, you know, the kids have their own bedrooms, so we will end up, you know, decorating it more to their liking. We have not yet. Only ones that is really decorated is Sophia's is better because, you know, she's already had the stuff from whenever we first moved in here. Same with Owen. because we did his nursery in this house. So he still has a lot of his decorations and stuff like that. Ian really needs some new stuff in his room, but he really doesn't know what he wants, and he's a little bit harder to figure out that kind of stuff for. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's really about it. Eventually we will get a new stove because I want like one of the tops that are just flat. I don't like the little things coming up, the eyes coming up or anything like that. We got that oven because whenever we lived in here, one day out of nowhere, the glass of our, like the stove door just shattered and we couldn't use it anymore. Well, it wasn't safe for a rental, somebody to rent it if they had kids or anything. So we replaced it with one that we could find on a budget, and this is the one it is. So eventually we will switch that out as well. So that is just a little bit of the update of what's going on, what we plan on doing, and things like that. I'm fine with that, but we are going to make different changes along the next couple of years to help, you know, make it even better for us, including we are also going to try to add some more, what's it called, concrete on that side of our driveway for like extra space, because here they will write you a ticket if you are parked in the street. So we want to have that little bit extra space, so we are going to do that eventually as well, and try to get that taken care of where we have more space to park so we don't get tickets, or our family don't get tickets or anything like that. But yeah, you guys, that is the plans. Let me know your opinions down in the comments below. I just think nowadays, like, as you get older, you just want to experience more with your children, do more with your children, make those memories. And I think I will be more able to do that if I was to stay here and go do those things. So that is just a little chat to let y'all know what is going on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a like for me if you can. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time.